Oh.
6. How are those videos inspired by other famous YouTubers at the time?
I'm just dying. I'm not gonna make it probably.
Okay. All right. Intro us up.
So this is the 1 million special video, the subscriber special that I promised you guys way back when. We're doing a fake Hot Ones episode because I'm not cool enough to be on actual Hot Ones, but we're using actual Hot Ones hot sauces. So my wife, Kalan, is going to be asking me questions, interviewing me, questions that you guys asked. None of those are from my wife. They're all completely from you.
Thank you to everybody that did email in. We only got the ones from the email because you didn't want to see or know any of the questions that were coming in. This is all a surprise.
All right, cool. I haven't seen any questions, so.
Are you worried that you're not gonna?
I'm nervous about the wings. What am I worried about? What? Sorry for cutting you off.
Like what if you get to number 6 and it's just too hot? What's the plan?
I go to the ER.
You know what?
I did think about this.
Okay, you know what? I wasn't gonna say it out loud because I didn't want to freak you out. High chance we end up in the ER tonight, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if anyone, we'll keep you posted. We'll let you know. Maybe we'll do a follow up from the ER.
Yeah, I'm not trying to do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get really bad anxiety about stuff. Literally, all it takes is one of these wings hitting me weird, and then my body will like shut down.
People don't know your nationality. Really, you're a rather ambiguous man.
Oh,
how are you a spice?
I'm from the Caribbean. I'm really into spicy stuff. I'm really good with spicy.
This might be a whole new spice. A lot of people say that they're good with spicy.
I'm really good with spicy, so I should be fine, but
Build the
I
sauce.
drowned these. So in the B-roll, you might see that they're soaking wet. Yeah, they are. I drowned every single one of them. They're not just dabbed, like they're all different colors sitting in front of me, so.
All right, well, without further ado, are you ready to get started?
Let's do it.
All right, first question is from Spittle. What is your favorite type of fan interactions, whether it's on camera or out and about in real life? And what are the most memorable and or weird interactions you can remember? And if you can't remember a specific interaction, maybe you can tell us about maybe your favorite bit
Okay, well,
or your favorite prompt.
we're gonna be eating our first wing. Garlic Fresno from Hot Ones, the classic hot sauce. Took a big bite, all right? We're not talking about little baby bites. If you don't see me eat the whole wing, it's because I did have dinner, so. Anyway, my favorite kind of interactions are definitely the ones in real life. A lot of people take sneaky photos of me, and I really don't like that. But what I do like is when people come up to me and they're like, especially if they know my name. A lot of people recognize me, and, my wife's with me a lot of times. And, yeah, they just want to meet me and stuff, but they don't know my name or anything. I love when people know. They're like, oh, you're Goose Wayne. And it's like, it feels so nice. It feels like I'm doing a really good job. That's kind of like my report card for this job,
And then like when you're online too, like everybody knows who you are. Maybe they don't know who, but they know.
Yeah, I mean, I like that too, obviously, but I go through that for hours at a time. It's so much more special when I'm at Walmart and somebody like approaches me and stuff like that, Or like we see the same person pass by us like 20 times.
With their phone like.
Yeah, they're either the FBI or IRS or, somebody that recognizes me. So
Not that the IRS or FBI would need to.
no, I pay my taxes.
Okay.
Too much. Too many IRS. Too many monies.
Are you ready for wing number 2?
Yeah. All right. Wing number 2 is seeing double comfort.
So popular question. Is that one yummy? I have to know because.
This one is really yummy.
Okay, because you have to let me know because I'm gonna use whatever this week.
The classic hot sauce was like just super, super mild.
Buffalo sauce.
Not even, just super mild. Like I wouldn't even know it was hot sauce if it was on something.
Oh, anyway.
This one's really yummy.
Popular demand question. A lot of people want to know how you remain so confident even though you have hair loss and very politely put the way that you look, right? A lot of people express issues with low confidence, low self-esteem, and appreciate that you're representing your genuine self and representing the bald community. What do you have to say for people who are, suffering with low self-esteem or are self-conscious about their appearance, especially men or women that are experiencing hair loss?
Focusing on men, I feel like a lot of people forget about us and like we don't have feelings or something. We're just so tough. But yeah, to answer the question, first of all, we're not that tough. We have to be tough, but we are like everyone else. answering the question, I think it's very simple. I think life's just too short. Like, I don't know. Feels like yesterday I was a teenager and I'm gonna blink and be 50. And I don't know. And at the end of the day, like, strangers and everybody that you're like self-conscious about or whatever, they don't care. They got their own stuff going on. No one cares. I don't think anyone cares anyway.
What about single men, let's say in their 30s, that are really trying to find that special someone, but feel like
Okay.
I feel like that's a part of their life that's really holding them back.
Yeah.
There were some people that were like, I've been balding since I've been 14 years old. How do you do it? Little do they know, you've been balding since you were 14 years old.
So there's a couple things here. I mean, I think there's a lot of women that I know there's a lot of women that actually really like bald guys. So you just got to find those women. And if all else fails, go get a hair transplant. I mean, who cares? Or you know what? Even cheaper, like way cheaper. Get one of those hair systems. I feel like the hair systems should be normalized just as much as females makeup or hair extensions are.
Yeah, women get hair extensions all the time.
I think hair systems right now are pretty expensive. Like, I don't even think I could really afford one if I like wanted hair. They're like $600 for like a decent one, and they last like 2-3 months. I couldn't even finance that or whatever. Like, I probably could. It's not something I'd want to spend my money on. I don't care. Like, I don't know. But if you really care, I mean, yeah, I mean that is a route. I don't think that should be frowned upon.
Ready for wing number 3?
Wing number 3, fermented kimchi.
That sounds like something you'd be in love with.
You know what? I thought so when I looked at the bottle and then I saw it pouring out and I was like, oh no, it's chunky.
Isn't kimchi chunky?
You know, you want to see what it looks like?
I can see it in the bottle.
Oh, okay.
How's the spice so far?
I feel fine.
They're not spicy, just a little.
That's the spiciest one so far. The other two just tasted good.
Just a little tingly.
Huh?
It's just a little tingly.
The one right now, the fermented, it's spicy, but it's not like...
Is kimchi spicy?
Kimchi is spicy, yeah.
Is it the same, you would say? Same spice?
I wouldn't know that this is kimchi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But it is yummy.
Question number 3. So you just mentioned that, life is so short in your last question. This one's from Cody. So thank you, Cody. Cody saw your recent video about talking about being middle-aged and dealing with getting older. Cody is 29 years old, struggling with getting older every day. And he also struggles with ADHD and also a newish dad of 2.
Oh.
What advice do you... Oh, Cody. What advice do you have to give to Cody, that keeps you feeling young and or gets you out of bed every day? And what struggles do you have also being a working dad and husband?
Oh, man, yeah.
Because I feel like a lot of your viewers are dads. A lot of your viewers
a lot of people are in
like you.
Similar situation, Find a hobby, something that you're passionate about. I think I told you a couple days ago, I was like, I want to go to the RC car store soon. I used to be really into like RC cars and stuff, fun fact. I want to pick up a hobby apart from this hobby because this hobby now is like the main source of my income. So even though this is my passion, I want a hobby that makes me no money, So
you want something brainless.
Something brainless. I just want to drive my monster truck around the yard, I don't have one yet, but I will. Yeah, Cody, it's tough, man. I feel like as new fathers, we're just like finding ourselves all over again. I'm still there. Maybe look at your younger self. Recently, I looked at my younger self and I thought, like, what was the things that, like, how did I end up here? Like, was there any signs or whatever? And there was. It's like, I always really enjoy, even as a kid, I always really enjoyed making people laugh. And I looked forward to every week improv on stage for that, like, 10 minutes in drama class. Like, I got to do it, like, every Friday or something. And then now I get to do it every night. So, yeah, it makes sense. Like, I don't know, just look, I don't know, search, like, do some soul searching. Look at the ceiling, cry. I did a lot of that, Yeah. I cried a lot, guys. It's okay. I cried a lot trying to find myself. Let me have a little bit more kimchi.
We need to move on to wing 4.
Well, that wing broke. The next wing is, I haven't taken a bite yet. It's Hot Ones, Los Calientes. I heard good stuff about this one.
What's that mean in Spanish?
The hot ones.
Is it hot?
No, it's very yummy.
Well, some of those sneak up.
Ain't nothing sneaking up on me.
Oh, okay. All right, so I picked this one.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good question from Vienna.
Vienna, like the song by Billy Joel?
Yeah, it is. It is from Kareem from Vienna. And this is kind of piggybacking off the previous questions. What's your advice for dealing with hardships in life? And how do you manage to keep a positive attitude on and off screen? You seem relatively unfazed when people make fun of you on Omegle. Are you able to always mentally check out, or do some of the reactions hurt still? And if so, how are you keeping cool and coping with it?
Nothing. 0% of the reactions online affect me in any sort of negative way. So there is no needing to keep cool or cope with it. I think it's, I actually hope for those sort of things. I think it's funny. Yeah.
You don't take any of them personally?
No, I don't take any of them personally at all. No, I pray for them. I pray, not for the people. I pray that I run into people that
just tear you up.
Yeah, just tear me up. And that way I can make something fun with it,
But do you think a normal person would be able to sit there and roll the punches?
I don't know what normal people are like. I can't relate. No, I mean, like, maybe I have something wrong with me where I like that. Like, not like in a weird way, but like, I don't know. It's like spicy. Yeah. Like, I don't know.
The unknown.
Because people don't do that in real life. So people are just extra mean on the internet, even in comment sections and stuff. People are so mean, but people don't do that in real life. People are so nice.
They keep it themselves, yeah.
They just ignore you because they're depressed. The next one is Fat Cat, Chairman Meow's Revenge. It's perfectly good.
Very fitting for a cat dad. Let's get a wing review. How are we doing so far?
We are 5 down.
By the way, we watch Hot Ones. Like, that's like our
We're religious Hot Ones viewers.
Love Sean Evans.
Mm-hmm. Very handsome.
Fellow
what?
BMW.
Bald man winning?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't consider him bald.
Why not?
Because he like shaves it very close. It's not like.
Oh, okay, you're really splitting hairs here.
No.
Anyway, when we watch the show,
he's not one of us. They not like us.
Okay, well, anyway, back to the question at hand. When we watch the show, usually people are like, "Oh, this is when it really starts to turn."
You saw me put the sauce on all of these.
I did. I was alarmed.
They took baths. These wings took baths.
I was very alarmed.
These are all drumsticks, by the way, guys, because I'm picky like that.
No flaps, which is crazy because you only like drums and I only like flaps, and I don't even really like chicken wings.
Match made in heaven. That's how you find the one.
Match made in heaven leads me to our next question. A very popular viewer question. This is from Lucas. Every time I see you and your wife in a video, I find the dynamic between you two to be so amazing and cute. Why do you think that is? Why are you two so open with each other? And what relationship advice would you give? And another very popular one wants to know how we met. Or a little come up story.
Oh, okay. Well, I can answer these. On to the next wing while I answer.
You just ate it.
Oh, that was fat. That was I ate Fat Cat?
Yes.
Oh, so now you're asking me the question for
yes.
Fat Cat? Okay. I think that we're just a couple like everyone else. I think we have decent amounts of communication, and I think that's why I think a lot of couples don't have communication at all. So I think in terms of communication, like we do like maybe the bare minimum. I don't feel like we're overly special with the communication, but I don't.
Yeah, we don't do therapy with each other on the couch type of.
No.
For example, on Wednesday, I said, if you do something else to me, I'm going to fight with you tomorrow. Anyway, Thursday came. I said, I'm going to fight with you now. And then it was over.
Yeah, we don't let, well, I do because I'm a man, and that's something that I have to work on, and you guys should work on it as well. I'll let things just kind of disappear in my mind, and then months go by and they're back there still. I just had no idea. But yeah, she's really good about like, she won't go longer than a day without being like, okay, since you're not going to address it, I will. Literally, that's a quote from Friday, I think.
Well, today's Friday. No, tomorrow's Friday.
Whatever.
That was Wednesday.
It's like a quote from a couple days ago.
Wednesday, I told you, if you don't stop, I'm going to blow up on you. Do it one more time, I'm going to blow up on you.
She did. She blew up on me.
On Thursday. Blew up on him.
I farted. Let out a big squeaker.
Okay, squeaker. No, this was like a train horn.
Blew another hole in my ass.
Yeah, you blew a hole in the bed at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, she was like, can I just sleep in another 30 minutes? And I didn't hear that apparently. And I just was like, wah. And that was it, man.
And I hate his farts. That's it. And then to be stuck in the bedroom.
Butt.
Yeah. You got something going on.
Anyway, to answer his question, communication. I mean, yeah.
And then just the really shortened version of how we met.
Oh, very simple. We went to high school in a city called Wesley Chapel, Florida. And we met at Wesley Chapel High School. She was 14. I might have been 17.
16, 17. We're like
Yeah.
two and change apart.
We're like 2 and change apart in terms of years. Yeah, I was like new to that school. No, I was there for a few years.
I was new.
You were new, yeah. And I don't know. She was eating lunch or something, and
I was there with my weird friend.
I had friends, but I didn't really sit with like one group of table. Anyway, I saw her. I thought she was cute. She was sitting with one other person, and I was like, all right. And I sat next to her, and then that was that. And we actually never dated. Fun fact. Yeah.
Never dated.
We never ever dated.
Went on a cruise?
We went on a cruise in our late 20s.
You were in your late 20s.
Okay, I was in my late 20s, and then that's when we spent like 4 days together, and I was like, wow. Because I was always looking for a partner for life, like somebody that I genuinely have fun with, and not like anything else. You know what I mean? The fact is, someday she's not gonna look as good as me.
That's what they make Botox for.
Okay, well, some Botox runs out someday, Someday Botox don't do nothing. Anyway, point being, you got to find a best friend,
Find someone that's fun, good communication.
Yep, all right, cool.
Move on to your next
one. All right, next. The next one is Ilmig Onima. I'm guessing this is Japanese. Habanero, sherry, koji. Looks Japanese. Looks interesting. I'm like that. Anyways, go ahead.
I thought this one was a really good question because obviously, is that one a little spicy?
It's a little spicy.
You look like that one hit a little different.
This one hit a little different. Yeah.
Anyway, I've seen the come up, and I've been here from,
Is this the question, or are you saying that?
No, I'm just letting you know. I thought this was a good question because I've seen it all.
Okay, you've seen it all. Mm-hmm.
What is your honest and deepest advice for anyone who's trying to make it, getting over others hating on you within your real life and people within your niche that just want to see you fail or simply do not believe in you?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Like what is that person asking? They just said a lot of facts.
What's your honest and deepest advice for people, for, haters in real life, haters on the internet, haters on your community, and people that just really want you to fail?
Fuck them. Yeah.
But isn't it?
I don't care who they are. I don't care if they're your parents, your siblings, strangers on the internet. Fuck them, man. Like chase whatever your dream is. Fuck 'em. Like that's it. It's like
it can be rather demotivating, though. Wouldn't you think that for some that can be rather demotivating?
Absolutely, it is. Yeah. You're gonna encounter walls, and you're gonna keep encountering walls in your path. On your journey, and you have to say fuck them and run. It's like just chisel away at that wall, run through it, and then you're gonna encounter another wall and another wall, and that continues to be my life. Every day, I feel like there's a wall every day, and it's so annoying.
But even now, you have very positive, seemingly positive community, but even still, those haters slip through. So even as positive as you want to think your community is, it never goes away, really.
Yeah, no, there's
always going to be peers that always want to.
No, and then eventually you're so big that you have more haters than ever. Like, I'm not there yet, but a perfect example is Drake. Like, literally got attacked by the entire, it felt like the entire industry, and it's just like, because he's the guy, Like, they all wish that they were in that that they were on that like Michael Jackson status, And yeah, I mean, I think that's what separates the boys from the men. I'm not saying in terms of gender, but you get what I'm saying. Yeah, like some people might think like 1 million subscribers, that's the end game. I feel like I haven't even started yet. Like, it's so tough. I feel like it's only gotten harder. So I don't know. Just keep pushing. That's what I'm doing. All right, next wing. This is the Black Eyed Susan Red Flag hot sauce. This is the lineup of hot sauces for season 24 on Hot Ones. I feel like the older seasons had much better names. Like, these names, they don't really excite me.
But do the sauces excite you?
I think they're yummy, yeah. Like, I'd put this, what is this? This is number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is number 7. All right, I'm not taking baby bites. I'm eating these wings, you know what I mean?
Yeah. All right, the people want to know the real story behind the hair-eating fungus, the blue hole in Belize, and the bot flies.
That's all on my second channel.
I know, but not everyone here watches your second channel.
It's too long. It's too long for this video. Each one of those stories is too long.
You can do the quick rundown.
Okay, what's the first one?
Is that one hot?
This one's got some spice.
Hair eating fungus.
Hair eating fungus?
Yes, really fast.
I wore the Batman mask for over a year. Just the heat, humidity. And at the time I was an alcoholic, and I went to the dermatologist and they told me exactly what I had. And I could have treated it with these pills, but I would have had to get like liver checks afterwards and stuff like that. It was very heavy on your liver. And I had to stop drinking to take it to save the hair. And
Blue hole in Belize.
Blue Hole in Belize is a real place. My parents got scammed. We asked to go to the Blue Hole. We went there on a cruise, and they took us to a scam place, and we got scammed, man. I don't know what else.
What did you contract there at the scam Blue Hole?
A botfly laid eggs in the back of my neck. And when I got back to the States, I had to have surgery to get larvae surgically removed from the back of my neck. So, yeah.
You need a second? You need to drink some milk?
Sorry for interrupting your succulent viewer experience, but I have to let you know that I have launched an official merch store. This is one of our limited shirts right here. It's the 1 million subscriber shirt. But wait, there's more! No thanks, I'm married. No thanks, I'm married. And Top Goose, except in this movie, I don't die. Hopefully. Anyways, that's goosewayne.store. Back to the video.
Next is...
The next hot sauce is the bomb. I've heard nothing but good things about this one.
I've heard nothing but crazy things. So
All
go
right.
ahead and I'll get my next question reeling.
That's gross. I was very excited to taste this. It's just disgusting.
Okay, ready? Tell us about your first few intro videos to YouTube, like when you were back in like 2006. How were those videos inspired by other famous YouTubers at the time? And who did you look up to back then, and who do you still look up to now?
Dax Flame.
Doesn't necessarily have to be YouTubers, but just...
Dax Flame. I looked up to Dax Flame at the time.
Oh, that's diabolical.
Then? And
Donald Glover.
back then or now?
Back then. Donald Glover. If you guys didn't know, Childish Gambino was a YouTuber back then. Hilarious. Genius. Yeah, those were like two big ones for me. Bassmaster.
We should have got ice cream.
Oh. Okay.
And what about now?
Now? I don't really look up to anyone, I don't think. When I focus on other people, I lose myself. Anyways.
All right, you ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Or you need a second?
I'm just dying. I'm not gonna make it probably.
Do you need more water or do you need more
This
juice?
is nuts.
You need juice, water?
I need water.
Okay.
You want to get it for me?
Yes. It's going to take me a second to get out of my...
No, I need it now.
I know. I'm letting you know I'm going as fast as I can.
Oh, honey. My hips are hurting. Can you give me an empty cup? Don't do this. Oh, don't do this. Anyway,
Clean up some
I'm ready for the
spit.
next one. Go ahead.
Okay, let me
All
get...
right, the next one is called Peppers Up. Blackberry and blueberry Apollo pepper sauce.
That sounds fantastic.
It does sound good. It's very black. Not that that's a bad thing, but when it's on a wing, it's scary. All right.
All right, so going off that young YouTuber question,
Young YouTuber. Okay.
the one that we just had.
Yeah.
What would you tell your younger self now? Like if you could talk to yourself back in 2005, what would you tell yourself? And then what would you tell this generation that wants to be YouTubers and content creators, and or the parents of those kids that their kids want to be?
What would I
content
tell myself?
What would you tell yourself? What would you tell the kids of this generation? And then what would you tell the parents of those kids that want to be YouTubers?
Okay. Myself, I'd honestly probably try to talk myself out of it. Probably tell myself to don't join the military. Don't go to traditional university. I got accepted to, I went to 4 different universities, anywhere I wanted for free. I dropped out of all 4, so that was a waste of time. It just was boring to me, and I think I would have just told myself to just go to trade school. And I probably would have dropped out of that and then ended up following my passion anyways, which is this. It was probably all roads led here, you know? I don't know, but I probably would have really tried. I would really try to convince him not to. It's just such a tough dream.
What about all the kids now
emotionally
that think that they're going to grow up to be YouTubers and content creators in this era of content creation?
You got to be sick about it. You got to be so sick. If you haven't been making something, like whether it's music or painting, something creative for videos, whatever, for years, then don't even start, because you have to be actually like sick about it. Like, it has to be the most important thing, no matter how bad you don't want it to be. It has to be the most important thing in your life. You have to be actually sick about it. You have to like not be able to sleep, like naturally. You don't have to try to do these things, but you just naturally, for years, you can't sleep and you're just staring at the ceiling, and sometimes you cry because you're not where you want to be or where you feel like you should be. And like, yeah, it's just like it's a killer dream, man.
What about the parents though? So now think you're a dad.
I'm a dad, yeah.
What if our daughter comes to you at 8 years old and says, I want to grow up and be a YouTuber.
Yeah.
I want to grow up and be a TikToker.
Okay. Crazy. Whatever my daughter personally wants to be, I'm gonna support her, and those things will change. You know, as you grow, you think you want something else, and then something else, and eventually you fall into what you really want to do, or you fall into something that you don't want to do, and you have to do it for money. And I hope that those of you guys that are doing that right now, which we've all been there, a lot of us are still there, you guys continue following your dream, when you have time, when you have to make time, no matter how hard it is. But what I would tell those parents is support your children. I grew up with great parents. They'd never told me not to do whatever I wanted to do. Even if they did, I think, like I said, I think everything would have led me to my true passion. And a lot of people, they don't find their passion for a long time. I think if I would have just slowed down and really thought about what I wanted to do, I would have found my passion sooner and worked harder at it. I was chasing the money for so long with like other conventional jobs. And this is not a money-filled job. Do not let the Logan Pauls fool you. There's a lot of fake flexing on YouTube, man. Or maybe it's real flexing. Maybe I'm the only one not making money. Like, I know I make enough to pay for our house and like, go to Starbucks and go to eat. But yeah, I'm just anyway.
Ready for the last one.
The last one is the last dab. I've been wanting to try this. Let's shake it up. This is already drowned in last dab, but
I would put the tiniest dab.
And the extra dab, per Sean Evans tradition, we put a little puddle here actually.
He says that's too much, but
he says that's too much.
He says to wipe some of it off.
We'll see about that, Sean. We'll see about that, Sean.
Okay, we're gonna end up in the hospital.
We're like that here. Whole wing, Tom.
All right.
I'm like that. Anyway.
Like I said, this last question's for me. I've been here from almost the start to now.
Okay. I feel a little high.
Yeah, they said that, and they said that you get a little head high.
Yeah, I got a little head high. Feels good.
Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
Most people don't know how many phases of Goose that there's been. So when you look back on the old videos of yourself through all those different phases, do you see little remnants of the Goose that you are today still? Or does it feel like strangers?
I wish so bad that there was more remnants. When I see videos, and I see them once in a while of myself, even like 5 years ago, I wish so bad that I still had that tenacity. I guess I do have the tenacity, but like that energy, I don't know, man. I don't have it. Like, I don't feel like I do. I feel like I'm just a more mature version of him, but I watch a lot of my old stuff to get inspiration, because it's so different when you have nothing to lose. You're just spitballing at the wall and hoping something sticks, giving it everything you have, at more, 500%, 1,000%, all the time. And that's what I was doing. So it's really cool looking at that stuff. And I guess there is remnants still, but I have a lot to lose. I can't take as big risks.
Through the evolution of Goose, what was the lowest point that you can remember? What's the highest point you can remember now? And what is on the horizon for Goose for the future?
Wow, whose question is that? That's a good one.
That's mine.
Holy moly. Can you ask again?
Yeah, so the first part of the question you just answered. And now through the evolution of all these different goose that you've had.
Geese.
Yeah. What was the lowest point that you can remember? The highest point up until now? And then what is on the horizon for goose for the future?
The lowest point I think was a few months after I had our daughter. Well, I didn't have her, but you had her. Just feeling like she was the only thing that mattered now, and I had to give up all of my dreams, and I had to give up myself basically. I kind of gave up, and I was like, it's all about her now, you know, like I never made it, you know, and I at that point I didn't, so I was like, damn, all that time lost, you know, and I was wrong. I started actually giving it more effort or whatever for myself and for her and you. So yeah. And then what was the next question?
Highest point up until now?
Highest point right now.
This is the peak.
Yeah, I hope it's not the peak, but yeah, this is
as of right now.
This is my
peak.
highest point. Yeah, I love this.
And then what's on the horizon for Goose for the future? Thinking forward to 2025 and beyond.
Okay. Hopefully someday I'm on this show, Hot Ones. That would mean that I'm doing very well.
All right. Now, in good old Caliente Ones fashion, this camera, rolling out the red carpet for you. Tell everybody what you got going on.
I'm probably gonna be on the toilet for a couple days.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was fun. I hope you guys had fun watching this.
It was fun watching from this side. I'm not
Really?
Gonna lie. Yeah, I'm watching you.
You can see the
sweat.
pain?
Oh yeah.
Really?
I don't often get to see you like this. So this
I love this.
yeah, this is like
It's like this is more exciting than like skydiving. This is great.
I can hear it.
I just love the, I don't know, like the change in pace, you know?
Yeah. The excitement.
Yeah, I love it.
Not knowing what's coming.
Love it.
We were also just sick for like a week and a half, so I'm sure all that spice really gonna clear you up.
Yeah.
You're gonna feel like a new man in 2 or 3 days.
Anyways, let's do that little pose that they do with the wide camera.
Okay.
How's that?
Why would you put your hot stanky? When did you brush your teeth?
Am I in trouble? Okay. I think that's good. You know, I just realized I never coughed. I never once coughed.
Maybe the footage will show something different.
Anyway.
Adios.